Hello, everybody. I'm back with a scent of the day, and I have a special guest here with me, Mrs. Fritz. She's out of the hospital, and she's doing fine, as you can see. And yesterday, she actually went to her hairdresser, her friend's a Binger buddy that does her hair, and got her hair done. And then I went to the barber. And so I'm going to do a scent of the day with a special scent. But before I do that, I just wanted to let Mrs. Fritz talk because she wanted to thank you all.
I want to thank everybody for for the prayers and the cards and everything. And day by day, I'll get better. Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, Mrs. Fritz is getting better. She's getting stronger every day. She still has some recovery to do, but we are very thankful for the whole fragrance community. This video is made for. People that really don't know us, have never met us, and have reached out and said a lot of prayers. So we really appreciate that. And as I said, when she was in the hospital, I posted some pictures, and one of them was she had braids in. She had French braids. Two times the aides came, and to cheer her up, they braided her hair, and that was really nice. I liked it. So I told her, now she's out, I may take her to the little island barbershop and get them braids again, and maybe even some beads and stuff, because I really liked it. My granddaughters liked it too. So anyway, that being said, she said I had to get my hair cut, so that's why I'm not wearing a hat. And since I got my hair cut yesterday, I went down and looked and tried to find something. And what I got was Happyland Barbershop. I reviewed this way back. No, I didn't review it. I don't review. I made a scent of the day on this when I got these samples, actually, way back in February. And I mentioned, this being a barbershop, and that barbershop can mean different things to different people, just like a blue. Your definition of a blue may not fit my definition of blue. I may say this fragrance is a blue, you may disagree. Same with barbershop. Although this is a barbershop, it's named barbershop. And for me, I could tell it's a barbershop. I do have that other video where I explain that a little more, what I mean by that. Different people go to different barbershops, so there may be more different smells. But this is a classic one. It has citrus, it has lavender, it has leather and pepper. And this has ambroxan too. I'll read the notes real quick. It has bitter orange, and then I think it has a basil, and then ambroxan. And he says it's like a soapy ambroxan. Ambroxan is used to push it up. And then in that middle, it's the leather and pepper, which is really nice. And then in the base, it has that lavender. It has musk and oak moss, and then it has tonka bean. And that's it. That's all it says it has. Really nice, pleasant smell. Mrs. Fritz gave it an 8 today. I gave it an 8. It is one that I will purchase. I do have some I have purchased from Happyland. I didn't purchase this yet. And that brings me to a point. When I do purchase this, I'll probably buy it by itself. I'll probably buy a bottle of this. And then, I'm as part of the fragrance community, I hear a lot about layering. And sometimes I get confused what people mean when they say layering. Sometimes I confuse blending and layering. And when I think of layering, I think of putting the same scent on top of a scent, to like layer it. In fact, I have a funny story about that. Mrs. Fritz, before I got into fragrances, I went and bought her around Christmas time. She liked the old Liz Claiborne in the red, white, and blue bottles or whatever. And I went into Macy's, and the girl snookered me. She said, you have to layer this. And I came home with like $300 worth of every product for Mrs. Fritz to layer. And then Mrs. Fritz yelled at me because at that time we could have used that money better. but anyway, so that's what I consider layering. And E.J. Wells at Happyland Studios, he does have layering products for this. He has a strike gold barbershop wet shave, and then he has an aftershave, or a shave soap and then an aftershave. And Ross from TLTG, he actually has a video out there where he shows that. And that is what I will buy when I buy this. Like, I would buy that set. Because this is one I would want to do that with. I would want to have, the shave soap on me, and then the aftershave, and then I would put this on after I'm dressed on my way out, just to remind me how nice that smelled. And that's a good example of layering to me. And I have a few that I do that with, but in this case, that's the one, this is one I would do that with. So again, this is Scent of the Day. It's Barbershop, And I don't know how often I'll be making these because I already do have a scent of the day on these, and they really are for my grandkids. But I wanted to make it a special scent of the day, especially just to thank everybody in the fragrance community for all of your prayers and kindness and kind thoughts. And as I said, Mrs. Fritz is feeling a lot better, and if she's feeling a lot better, I'm feeling a lot better. So thank you again, and please pray for peace as always. And please help me to be kind. I wasn't very kind at all times in that hospital. I was under a lot of stress, and I wasn't very kind to the doctors, the nurses, the caretakers. And then there was times I was kind. You know, I caught myself, and I apologized for my wrongdoing. And that's just human nature. You know, I'm not always going to be kind at every moment, but I can always go back to kindness, and that's why I say that. I say it to remind myself, not to tell others to be kind, just to remind myself that I need to be more kind. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.